Oh, oh god. Platforming. No, no! What's good, my dudes? Welcome back to the grid, and today I bring you a treat from way back in the day. Today I bring you Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. Neat little title, no? Ow! Turok is a first-person shooter developed by Iguana Entertainment in 1997 and was released in February 2008 by Nightdive Studios. If you remember Nightdive Studios, we also covered their System Shock remake. So, we're in good hands here. Let's press forward. Now, Turok is an old title, a very familiar title to me. I played this game when I was a kid on the N64, so this is technically a revisit, but it's also a game review because I never played the Nightdive remake. I had to pick up an Xbox port, but I've always wanted to try it on PC, so here we are. Now, the lore behind Turok is pretty vast. It's a long-running comic book series from what I'm understanding. I only dipped my toe into the lore pool for a little bit. I spent some time on the Turok wiki just to get a brush up on the lore behind the game that I played, so I can at least inform you guys on what the story is behind this game, because just jumping in, you wouldn't be able to put much together. Game doesn't give you a lot of context. So the story of Turok is that you play as a Native American Indian named Tal Set, and your tribe is in charge of defending invaders from other dimensions from Earth. With a fight going on ensue with an American army officer nicknamed the Red Snake, a mysterious stone is activated, therefore teleporting Tal Set and this Red Snake gentleman into a place called the Lost Land, where they're split into two fighting factions, with Tal Set becoming victorious on top and earning the title of Turok.
I am Turok!
Yes. Yes, you are. He's my special boy. Now, Turok is a first-person shooter, and it is a very, very satisfying and very well handling first-person shooter. It includes platforming elements, exploration, and maybe a little bit of puzzles, if I'm not sure. Unless you count hitting a button and watching a gate roll down being a puzzle. I guess it counts. The game is split into 8 levels, and across each level you will fight a variation of enemies, but there'll always be a dinosaur, and there'll always be lasers, and there'll always be people shooting darts at you. So yes, we can confirm, dinosaur laser fight. Everybody open the door, get on the floor, everybody do the dinosaur. Throughout each levels that you play through, you will come across weapons of variety. Most likely it'll be an upgraded version of the previous weapon that you received before, i.e. you get a shotgun, then you receive an auto shotgun. The enemies go from very plain Jane to very crazy. You go from dinosaur to dinosaur with lasers. You go from merc with a plasma rifle to merc with a missile shooting triceratops. It gets crazy in this game. And as much as there's not much to talk about this game, it's because it just does everything right and everything's very simple and to the point. It's boomer shooter logic at its finest. In the game, you get access to your 8 levels through a place called the HUD. And to gain access to each level, you need to acquire keys. These keys will be found in each level, also including in certain levels, there'll be a key for level 8 that comes in at least 3 pieces, if I remember correctly. It is satisfying to hit people with weapons in this game. The grenade launcher is usually my favorite because when you hit somebody, they fly. I'm talking off the map, kind of flying, and then they fall back down again. There's lots of blood. There's lots of cheats that you can put into this game, which were a milestone back in the heyday. I remember writing cheats down on a piece of paper as a kid. You remember playing cheats? Who remembers playing cheats? I want to hear in the comments below. I think as far as boomer shooters, I think Turok.
I am Turok!
Oh, you're just all about you, isn't it? It's just all about you, right? You want to take over?
I am Turok!
One thing I would like to nail on heavily in this game is that the mobility and the handling in this game are amazing. I like the way this game handles it a lot. Platforming is pretty easy unless you get too cocky and you end up sliding yourself off the ledge. It becomes pretty embarrassing because you have to watch Turok fall down a hole really badly, and then you have to listen to him tell him his name again. But say you want to break from monotony, say you want a little bit of a trial to go with the shooting and the dinosaurs and the lasers. Well, there are these little portals that appear throughout the level that you're exploring, and they're kind of like trials. Basically, you gain a 1-up after completing them, or you gain a power-up or some armor or an extra life. It's a nice little test for the player and gives you a little bit of reward afterwards. Basic good game design at its best. But I'm not really going off and on about this game because there isn't really much to talk about. This game is very short, simple, to the point, and it's sweet. I think there'll be more to talk about in Turok's sequel, Seeds of Evil, because that game takes the foundation and is starting to build upon what was previously established in this game. And I think I'll have more to talk about in Turok 2 Seeds of Evil if I decide to do a review. So all said and done, I think Turok the Dinosaur Hunter is a solid boomer shooter experience. And I think if you're a veteran coming back to these or a pioneer trying to explore the boomer shooter genre, I think this is definitely worth a play or to come back to. So with that being said, I give Turok the Dinosaur.
I am Turok!
Turok the Dinosaur Hunter, a solid 8 out of 10. Yes, I figured I'd bring you a nice short and sweet boomer shooter. I got pre-recorded stuff and pre-edited stuff coming down the pipeline here in a little bit. Lots of parts are still moving again, and now they're coming down the pipeline. So I'll try to keep the channel up to date as best as I can. But Twitch is still going to be a solid regularity. Twitch is always going to be a go-to. So if you want to catch me, best place to catch me is on Twitch. So until then, my friends, stay sharp.